Welcome back to another edition of the Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the new Lynch Mob album, which is going to be released very shortly on Frontier Records. It's called Dancing with the Devil. It's released on the 26th of November. If you're a fan of hard rock, Dokken and Lynch Mob, check out this great album. Thanks for watching. As we all know, Lynch Mob is put together by guitar wizard George Lynch, formerly with the band Dokken. Now, Dokken back in the 80s were a massive band, as we all know. They did some fantastic albums as Breaking the Chains, Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key, and also the album Back for the Attack. There were 5 fantastic albums back in the 80s. In 1995, the band would do the album Dysfunctional, and sadly, this was the last album that George Lynch would do before forming Lynch Mob. The band's debut album, Wicked Sensation, which was released in 1990, was an absolute phenomenal album. This band also supported Queensryche for this album, and this album was released on Elektra Records. Now, if you own some Lynch Mob albums, but you don't have this album, you really got to check it out. Absolutely amazing album. And this album would feature George Lynch on guitar, like I said, would also have Mick Brown on drums, formerly with Dokken, the amazing singer Ronnie Logan, and bassist back then Anthony Esposito. So that would be the lineup for the debut album. And with the success of the band's debut album, it wasn't long before the band released their second album, self-titled Lynch Mob. This was released in 1992. Sadly, this album did not capture the essence and spirit of such a successful debut album. Although this album did have some good songs, sadly, Ronnie would leave the band and would be replaced by a new vocalist. Back then, his name was called Robert Mason. Now, George has gone through some lineup changes, especially with vocalists. In total, the band have released 7 previous albums up until the new album. And on previous albums, the band did change slightly in direction. And this new album would feature George on guitar, vocalist Gabrielle, bassist Jaron, Galuni on bass guitar, and also on drums would have Jimmy Danda. So this will be the lineup for the new album. And this is a reunion for the band's last album, Babylon. Now, this new album was produced by the band with engineering by Chris Collier's worked with George on previous other bands, such as KMX, which also featured Doug Pinnick from King's X. So this album comes with 11 songs, so I'm going to tell you what the song titles are before we talk about the first song. We'd have the opening track, which is the title track, Dancing with the Devil, followed by Pictures of the Dead, Saints and Sinners, Lift Up Your Soul, Love in Denial, Machine Bone, Follow Me Down, Golden Mirror, Sea of Stones, The Stranger, and there's a bonus track which is called Somewhere. So that's the song titles for the new album. Let's talk about the first song. On the opening track, Dancing with the Devil, the title track, is a really cool song. I really like George Lynch's guitar tone. George has got a distinct sound that he's had for many, many years throughout his career. This song has a vibe to the first album, Wicked Sensation, and there's certainly elements of the band's previous album, Babylon. Now, I really like the band's last album, and I think Gabriel's a fantastic singer. This song is a fantastic song, and it also has elements of hard rock with blues elements. This is a great opening track and a great hard rock song. Now, I have to say that George Lynch is one of the most underrated guitarists out there and should get more respect than he deserves. I guess you could say there's elements of Badlands also in this music, especially in this song, and all in all, it's a good hard rocking song. Next song, Pictures of the Dead. This is a great song. I really like this. It's got a really cool groove. And it's definitely a must for people like Badlands. And also another band that springs to mind is Dead Sea, who did an album called Blood. So if you like Badlands and Lynch Mob, check out the Blood album by Red Sea. This song also reminds me of the King of Rock, Glenn Hughes. Next song is Saints and Sinners. This is a little bit more upbeat song, moving away from the Badlands vibe. This isn't a bad song at all. I don't think it's the best or strongest song on the album, but it's still got a cool vibe. Now, the next song on the album is called Lift Up Your Soul. I really like this song. Why? It's just got a really groovy beginning with some great vocals and harmonies, an all-round great song. It's a little bit more laid back. However, Gabriel's vocals really do shine through. Getting back to this song, I think it's got a really catchy riff, some beautiful harmony vocals, and the musicians really do shine through on this song. Now, I really like this song. It's like I say, it's got a hard rock, it's got some blues elements and some really good songs, really well produced with some great vocals and music. So I'm just going to tell you now what songs you should check out on the album besides the ones I've just mentioned. Check out the song Love and Denial, Follow Me Down, The Stranger. So, folks, if you appreciate what George Lynch is doing with Lynch Mob, you're really going to enjoy this album. For fans of hard rock and blues, this is a great album, especially if you like the bands such as Badlands, Red Sea, and maybe some of Glenn Hughes' solo career. So I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5, nicely produced, some great songs on here. So if you're a fan, like I say, of Lynch Mob, check out this new album. It's a great album. So I'm going to leave you a link so you can check out a song from the new album. Thanks for watching.